I'm pretty miserable. Hey guys, I am a mess today. I am like 2 weeks into my antibiotic protocol, and I get weird pains all the time. Just strange places I never knew could be painful. Really annoying. I haven't updated in a little while, so I've been really tired and just kind of going to bed on time, but tonight is kind of a late night. For the past week, I started CPAP therapy, also started doxycycline for 30 days, and we're hoping to see some kind of progress from that. I mean, we're not optimistic. It's just the cheapest starting point for us. So I have fairly good prescription insurance through my work, so that's not been that big of a deal. I know it will become a big deal if this doesn't work, and I know it's working because I've had fevers for the last week, and I'm been really forgetful and just really I had like make a little list to talk about what I wanted to talk about on here. I've been trying to share the Take a Bite Out of Lyme challenge with several different people, hoping that they'll take part in that, if not just to, spread awareness about this horrible disease and making sure that other people don't have to go through the same things I did. I know I didn't have it nearly as bad as some people who place their research out, on the internet where anyone could find it, and make you have to search and plow through thousands of doctors to find the right diagnosis. I luckily only had to go through like 5 doctors, and usually that's not the case with the Lyme sufferers. I wanted to say a couple of things. Like, I had no clue who watches this or when or why or whatever, but a shout out to my family, and you know who you are. All of you have been great and supportive and just so caring and thoughtful, and sometimes I don't always say it or act like it, but I do love you guys, and I do feel like an ass sometimes because I feel like I can't do everything that I used to do, and it is the most frustrating thing to not be able to do what you want when you want. I make plans, I break them. I really I shared it this week on Facebook, but I really like the spoon theory. The woman who wrote that is incredible, and I cannot think of her name on the top of my head, but she's a great blog about chronic illness, specifically lupus and other chronic illnesses as well, and invisible illnesses. And she did a great job explaining that basically every little task, from what it boils down to, every single task that we do during the day takes a spoon away from us. And some people don't realize how many different choices you have per day and how many of those choices are going to take a spoon away. So you wake up with a set number of spoons, and by the time you've gotten dressed and brushed your teeth, you may have used all your spoons. Depends on the kind of day you have, but like the way that she explained it is that she held up, I think it was like 12 spoons to her friend who was trying to figure out how she was trying to explain it to her friend, and the way that it worked out was that every time the friend would make a decision, she'd take a spoon away. And I've learned that you can, in fact, borrow from tomorrow, but that is not the safest idea. And I mean that with like alcohol or like even one drink. Like it's just a mess, and it's something that you don't do it. You can't. That kind of setback is horrible. And already daily I'm waking up with a hangover, and I haven't drank in a few months, and it's I was never a big drinker to begin with, and I'm feeling like I've just been ran over by a truck every night. So I don't want to add on to that. Um, I wish that my hair looked better right now. It's all like messy and weird. Normally I would have it like brushed. It's all red. Because the other purple color is faded, which I knew that was going to happen, but I decided to do it red and get it over with. It looks pretty good when I get it all straightened out and everything. Like I said, it's been a while since I've updated, and I can't remember if I've updated since I came back from Maryland to see the doctor. He's the one who put me on doxycycline, and by like day 2 or 3 of the medication, this is like week 2 right now, but day 2 or 3, I was having like severe chest pain, but the hospital did like every test in the book, and they said that everything was fine. So the brick on my chest was a normal feeling with the antibiotics, I guess, is what they're telling me. So, and honestly, just random doctors at the hospital, I can never know whether or not they're literate in Lyme. The hospital I went to this time seems to trust me more because I always go there with my migraines, and they treat me fantastic. But this time, I got the 3rd degree. When I was checking into triage, they're like, where did you get the Lyme from? How old were you? Do you remember blah, 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 blah? And I'm like, answering their questions to the best of my ability, but I don't think that is a very professional way to treat people. So like as soon as you hear the word Lyme, you glaze your eyes over and you roll them at me. I have a legitimate disorder, a disease that can't be cured, contrary to popular belief. I don't think that it can be cured. I think that it can go into remission, and hopefully soon, I'll be able to get, better, have some kind of relief, and be able to get my life back, because right now everything's on hold. I want to get married, that's on hold. I want to go back to work, that's on hold. I want to be able to clean my house all in one fell swoop without getting exhausted and feeling like I'm not contributing. That's on hold. School, that's on hold. Everything is just a mess. Tonight, after I took my meds, my back got a lot better. Right now, it's just like compressing itself, and I need to see some kind of Lyme literate chiropractor, and I hope that there's some out there, maybe some nearby, just so that I can get some tension relief in the spinal column, because it's been pretty bad lately. And I know another thing with the fever is like I don't feel like I have a cold. I just know I have like chills and the fevers specifically, and it sucks, but like I don't know if I should be visiting people when I'm that sick. And that's something that I haven't been able to find too many answers to on the internet. Like because of the Lyme and the antibiotics working, I'm hoping that the high fevers that I've been experiencing are because the Lyme treatment is working. I guess we'll see. I should probably the beginning of next month, end of next month, something like that, maybe the middle, going back up to Maryland to see the doctor again to see where we're at. I have 2 more weeks of my medication, and at that point we'll see where we're at too. It's a mess. But anyway, see you later.